Oh, now, all right. Continue, famous King Henry VIII. Act 4. Scene 1, a street in Westminster. You're well met once again. So are you. You come to take your stand here and behold the Lady Anne pass from her coronation? 'Tis all my business. At our last encounter the Duke of Buckingham came from his trial. 'Tis very true, but that time offered sorrow. This general joy. 'Tis well. The citizens, I am sure, have shown at full their royal minds. As let 'em have their rights, they are ever forward in celebration of this day with shows, pageants, and sights of honor. Never greater, nor I'll assure you better taken, sir. May I be bold to ask what that contains, that paper in your hand? Yes, 'tis the list of those that claim your offices this day. By custom of this coronation, the Duke of Suffolk is the first and claims to be High Steward. Next, the Duke of Norfolk, he to be Earl Marshal. You may read the rest. I thank you, sir. Had I not known those customs, I should have been beholden to your paper. But I beseech you, what's become of Catherine, the Princess Dowager? How goes her business? That I can tell you, too. The Archbishop of Canterbury, accompanied with other learned and reverend fathers of his order, held a late court at Dunstable, 6 miles off from Amp's Hill, where the princess lay, to which she was often cited by them, but appeared not. And to be short, for not appearance and the king's late scruple, by the main assent of all these learned men, she was divorced, and the late marriage made of none effect, since when she was removed to Kimbleton, where she remains now sick. Alas, good lady, the trumpet sounds. Stand close, the queen is coming. A royal train, believe me. These I know. Who's that bears the sceptre? Marquis Dorset. And that the Earl Surrey with the rod. And behold, brave gentlemen, that should be the Duke of Suffolk. 'Tis the same, High Steward. And then my Lord of Norfolk? Yes. Heaven bless thee. Thou hast the sweetest face I ever looked on. Sirs, I have a soul, she is an angel. Our king hath all the Indies in his arms, and more and richer when he strains that lady. I cannot blame his conscience. They that bear the cloth of honor over her are forbearance of the Cinque Ports. Those men are happy, and so are all are near her. I take it she that carries up the train, I saw that, is that old noble lady, Duchess of Norfolk. It is, and all the rest are countenance. The coronets say so. These are stars indeed, and sometimes falling ones. No more of that. God gave you, sir. Where have you been broiling? Among the crowd, I, the abbey, where a finger could not be wedged in more. I am stifled with the mere rankness of the joy. You saw the ceremony? That I did. How was it? Well worth the scene. God, sir, speak it to us. As well as I am able, the rich stream of lords and ladies, having brought the queen to a prepared place in the choir, fell off a distance from her, while her grace sat down to rest a while, some half an hour or so, in a rich chair of state, opposing freely the beauty of her person to the people. Believe me, sir, she is the goodliest woman that ever lay by man, which when the people had the full view of, such a noise arose as shrouds make a sea in a stiff tempest, as loud, and to as many tunes hats, cloaks, doublets, I think, flew up, and had their faces been loose this day they had been lost. Such joy I never saw before. Great-bellied women that had not half a week to go, like rams in the old time of war, would shake the press and make 'em reel before them. No man living could say, "This is my wife." There, all were woven so strangely in one piece. But what followed? At length her grace rose, and with modest paces came to the altar, where she kneeled and saint-like cast her eyes to heaven, and prayed devoutly. Then rose again and bowed her to the people, when by the Archbishop of Canterbury she had all the royal makings of a queen. as holy oil Edward Confessor's crown. The rod and bird of peace, and all such emblems laid nobly on her, with performed the choir. With all the choicest music of the kingdom together sung Te Deum, so she parted, and with the same full state passed back again into York Place, where the feast is held. Sir, you must no more call it York Place, that's past. For since the cardinal fell, that title's lost. 'Tis now the king's, and called Whitehall. I know it, but 'tis so lately altered, that the old name is fresh about me, Clayton Dale Smith. What two reverend bishops were those that went on each side of the queen? Mark Twain. Stokesley and Gardiner, the one of Winchester, newly preferred from the king's secretary, the other London. He of Winchester is held no great good lover of the archbishop's virtuous Cranmer. All the land knows that. However, yet there's no great breach. When it comes, Cranmer will find a friend, will not shrink from him. Who may that be, I pray you? Thomas Cromwell, a man in such esteem with the king, and truly a worthy friend. The king hath made him master of the Jewel House, and one already of the Privy Council. No, he will deserve more. Yes, without all doubt. Come, gentlemen, ye shall go my way, which is to the court, and there ye shall be my guests. Something I can command. As I walk thither, I'll tell you more. Ye command us, sir. Helen. Scene 2, Kimbleton. How does your grace? Oi, Griffith, sick to death? My legs, like loaden branches, bowed to the earth, willing to leave their burden, reach a chair. So, now methinks, I feel a little ease. Didst thou not tell me, Griffith, as thou leddest me, that the great child of honor, Cardinal Wesley, was dead? Yes, madam, but I thank your grace after the pain you suffered gave no ear to't. Prithee, good Griffith, tell me how he died. If well, he stepped before me happily for my example. Well, the voice goes, madam, for after that stout Earl Northumberland arrested him at York and brought him forward. As the man sorely tainted, to his answer he fell sick suddenly, and grew so ill he could not sit his mule. Alas, poor man! At last, with easy road, he came to Leicester, lodged in the abbey, where the reverend abbot, with all his convent, honorably received him. No, to whom he gave these words: Oi, Father Abbot, an old man broken with the storms of state, is come to lay his weary bones among ye. Give him a little earth for charity. So went to bed, where eagerly his sickness pursued him still. And 3 nights after this, about the hour of 8, which he himself foretold should be his last, full of repentance, continual meditations, tears, and sorrows, he gave his honors to the world again, is blessed part to heaven, and slept in peace. So may he rest. His faults lie gently on him. Yet thus far, Griffith, give me give me leave to speak him, as yet with charity. No, he was a man of an unbounded stomach, ever ranking himself with princes, one that by suggestion tied all the kingdom. Simony was fair play. His own opinion was his law. I, the presence, he would lay untruth, and by ever double both in his words and meaning. He was never but where he meant to ruin pitiful. His promises were, as he then was, mighty, but his performance, as he is now, nothing. Of his own body he was ill, and gives the clergy ill example. Noble madam, there he is. How now, I felt that tugboat. Noble madam, men evil manners live in brass. Their virtues we write in water. May it please your highness to hear me speak his good now? Yes, good Griffith, I were malicious else. Aye, this cardinal, though from a humble stock, undoubtedly was fashioned to much honor from his cradle. He was a scholar and a ripe and good one, exceeding wise, fair-spoken, and persuading, lofty, and sour to them that loved him not. But to those men that sought him sweet as summer, no, he was unsatisfied in getting. There that tug is. I feel it. I can see it. The that Swiss, and though he were unsatisfied in getting which was a sin, yet in bestowing, madam, he was most princely. Ever witness for him those twins of learning that he raised in you, Ipswich and Oxford, one of which fell with him, unwilling to outlive the good that did it. The other, though unfinished, yet so famous, so excellent in art, and still so rising, that Christendom shall ever speak his virtue. His overthrow heaped happiness upon him, for then, and not till then, he felt himself, and found the blessedness of being little, and to add great honors to his age than man could give him. He died, fearing God. After my death I wished no other herald, no other speaker of my living actions, to keep mine honor from corruption, but such an honest chronicler as Griffith, whom I most hated living, thou hast made me, with thy religious truth and modesty. Now in his ashes honor, peace be with him. No. Patience, be near me still, and set me lower. I have not long to believe. Figurative, cause the musician to play me that sad note I named mine now, while I sit meditating on that celestial harmony I go to. She is asleep. Good wench, let's sit down quiet, for feet. Right there, for fear we wake her, softly, gentle patience. It's like football tape. Spirits of peace, where are ye? Are ye all gone? And leave me here in wretchedness behind ye? Madam, we are here. It is not you I call for. Saw ye none since I slept.
Contract failed. Objective lost.
None, madam. No. Saw you not, even now, a blessed troop, invite me to a banquet, whose bright faces cast 1,000 beams upon me, like the sun.
Earn redeployment or die trying.
They promised me eternal happiness, and brought me garlands. Griffith, which I feel I am not worthy yet to wear, I shall assuredly. I am most joyful, madam, such good dreams possess your fancy. Bid the music leave, they are harsh and heavy to me. Do you note how much her grace is altered on the sun? How long her face is drawn, how pale she looks, and of an earthy cold. Mark her eyes. She is going, wench, pray, pray. Heaven comfort her. And like your grace, you're a saucy fellow. Deserve we no more reverence? You are to blame, knowing she will not lose her wonted greatness to use so rude behavior. Go to kneel. I humbly do entreat your highness pardon. My haste made me unmannerly. There is staying a gentleman, sent from the king to see you. Admit entrance. Griffith, with this fellow let me ne'er see again. If my sight fail not, you should be Lord Ambassador from the Emperor, my royal nephew, in her name Capacious. Capucius. Madam, the same, your servant. Oui, my lord. The times and titles now are altered strangely with me since first you knew me, but I pray you, what is your pleasure with me? Noble lady, first mine own service to your grace. The next, the king's request that I would visit you, who grieves much for your weakness, and by me sends you his princely commendations, and heartily entreats you take good comfort. Oi, my good lord, the comforts come too late. 'Tis like a pardon after execution. That gentle physique given in time had cured me, but now I am past all comforts here but prayers. How does his highness? Madam, in good health. So may he ever do, and ever flourish, when I shall dwell with worms, and my poor name banished to the kingdom. Patience is that better, I caused you right, yet sent away. No, madam. Sir, I most humbly pray you to deliver this to my lord, the king. Most willing madam, in which I have commended to this goodness the model of our chaste loves, his young daughter. The dews of heaven fall thick in blessings on her, beseeching him to give her virtuous breeding. She is young, and of a noble, modest nature. I hope she will deserve well, and a little to love her to her mother's sake, that loved him, heaven knows how dearly. My next poor petition is, that his noble grace would have some pity upon my wretched woman, that so long have followed both my fortunes faithfully, of which there is not one, I dare avow, and now I should not lie, but will deserve for virtue and true beauty of the soul, for honesty and decent carriage. I, a right good husband, let him be a noble. And sure, those men are happy that shall have 'em. Oh, they're gonna find out, that last is, for my men, they are the poorest, but poverty could never draw 'em from me, that they may have their wages duly paid 'em, and something over to remember me by, if heaven had pleased to have given me longer life, and able means, we had not parted thus. There's the whole content, and good, my lord, by that you love the dearest in this world, as you with Christian peace, so souls departed, stand these poor people's friend, and urge the king to do me this last right. By heaven I will, or let me lose the fashion of a man. I thank you. Honest lord, remember me in all humility unto his highness. Say his long trouble now is passing out of this world. Tell him in death I bless him, for so I will. Mine eyes grow dim. Farewell, my lord. Griffith, farewell. Nay, patience, you must not leave me yet. I must to bed. Call in more women. When I am dead, good wench, let me be used with honor. Strew me over with maiden flowers, that all the world may know I was a chaste wife to my grave. Embalm me, then lay me forth, although unqueened, yet like a queen and daughter to a king, inter me. I can no more. Act 5. The famous King Henry VIII. Scene 1, London. A gallery in the palace. It's 1 o'clock, boys. It's not. It has struck. These should be hours for necessities, not for delights. Times to repair our nature with comforting repose, and not for us to waste these times. Good hour of the night, Sir Thomas. Whither so late? Came you from the king, my lord? I did, Sir Thomas, and left him at Primero with the Duke of Suffolk. I must to him, too, before he go to bed, and I'll take my leave. Not yet. Sir Thomas Lovell, what's the matter? It seems you are in haste, and if there be no great offence belongs to't, give your friend some touch of your late business. Affairs that walk, as they say spirits do at midnight, have in them a wilder nature than the business that seeks dispatch by day. My lord, I love you, and just commissed a secret to your ear was weightier than his work. The queen's in labour, they say in great extremity, and feared she'll with the labour end. The fruit she goes with I pray for heartily, that it may find good time and live. But for the stock, Sir Thomas, I wish it grubbed up now. Methinks I could cry the amen, and yet my conscience says she's a good creature, and yet, sweet lady, does deserve our better wishes. But, sir, hear me. Sir Thomas, you're a gentleman of mine own way. I know you wise, religious, and let me tell you, it will ne'er be well. 'Twill not, Sir Thomas Lovell, takest of me, till Cranmer Cromwell her 2 hands, and she sleep in their graves. Now, sir, you speak of 2 the most remarked I the kingdom. As for Cromwell, besides that of the jewel house, is made master where the toilet rolls, and the king's secretary fall out. Further, sir, stands in the gap and trade of presentments, with which the time will load him. The archbishop is the king's hand and tongue, and who dare speak one syllable against him? Yes, yes, Sir Thomas. There are that dare, and I myself have ventured to speak my mind of him, and indeed this day, sir, I may tell it to you. I think I have incensed the lords with the council that he is, for so I know he is. They know he is a most arch heretic, a pestilence that does infect the land with which they moved, have broken with the king, who has so far given ear to our complaint. Of his great grace and princely care, foreseeing those fell mischiefs, our reason laid before him hath commanded tomorrow morning to the council board to be convented. He's rank weed, Sir Thomas, and we must root him out. From your affairs I hinder you too long. Good night, sir. Many good nights, my lord. I rest your servant. Charles, I will play no more tonight. My mind's not on't. You are too hard for me. Sir, I did never win of you before. But little Charles, nor shall not win my fancies on my play. Now, Lovell, from the Queen, what is the news? I cannot personally deliver to her what you commanded me, but by her woman I sent your message, who returned her thanks in the greatest humbleness, and desired your highness most heartily to pay for her. What sayest thou? Ha? To pray for her? What, is she crying out? So said her woman, and that her sufferance made almost each pang a death. Alas! Good lady, God safe acquit her of her burden, and with gentle travail to the gladding of your highness with an air. 'Tis midnight, Charles. Prithee to bed, and in thy prayers remember the estate of my poor queen. Leave me alone, for I must think of that which company would not be friendly to. I wish your highness a quiet night, and my good mistress will remember in my prayers. Charles, good night. Sir, what follows? Sir, I have brought my lord the archbishop as you commanded me. Yeah, Canterbury. Aye, my good lord. 'Tis true. Where is he, Denny? He attends your highness' pleasure. Bring him to us. This is about that which the bishop spake. I am happily come hither. All the princes, avoid the gallery. Ah, I have said, begone. I am fearful. Wherefore frowns he thus? 'Tis his aspect of terror. All's not well. How now, my lord? You so desire to know wherefore I sent for you. It is my duty to attend your highness' pleasure. Pray you arise, my good and gracious lord of Canterbury. Come, you and I must walk a turn together. I can see everything going on, and I promise you, you're not doing any kind of backdoor talk here. I have news to tell you. That's why Iran was shot at. Come, give me your hand. She's hacked the system. Pete, I can see you. Ah, my good lord, I grieve at what I speak, and am right sorry to repeat what follows. I have, and most unwillingly of late, heard many grievous, I do say, my lord, grievous complaints of you, which being considered, how moved us and our council that you shall this morning come before us, where I know you cannot with such freedom purge yourself with that, till further trial on those charges, which will require your answer. You must take your patience to you, and be well contented to make your house our tower, you a brother of us. It fits we thus proceed, or else no witness would come against you. I humbly thank your highness, and am right glad to catch this good occasion most thoroughly to be winnowed, where my chaff and corn shall fly asunder. For I know there's none stands under my clamoninous tongue than I myself, poor man. Stand up, good Canterbury. The truth and thy integrity is rooted in us. Thy friend. Give me thy hand, stand up. Prithee, let's walk. Now by my holidame, what manner of man are you? My lord, I looked you would have given me your petition that I should have ta'en some pains to bring together yourself and your accusers, and have heard you without endurance further. Most dread liege, the good I stand on is my truth and honesty. If they shall fail, I with mine enemies will triumph o'er my person, which I weigh not. Being of those virtues vacant, I fear nothing what can be said against me. Know you not how your state stands, I the world, with whole world? Your enemies are many, and not small. Their practices must bear the same proportion, and not ever the justice and the truth or the question carries the due or the verdict with it. At what ease might corrupt minds procure knaves as corrupt to swear against you? Such things have been done. You are potently opposed, and with a malice of the great size, ween you a better luck. I mean in perjured witness, than your master, whose minister you are whilst here he lived, upon his naughty earth. Go to, go to. You take a precipice for no leap of danger, and woo your own destruction. God and your majesty protect mine innocence, or I fall into the trap as laid for me. Be of good cheer, they shall no more prevail than we give way to. Keep comfort to you, and this morning see you do appear before him, if they shall chance, in charging you with matters to commit you, the best persuasions to the contrary fail not to use, and with what vehemency the occasion shall instruct you, if entreaties will render you no remedy. This ring, deliver them, and your appeal to us, there make before them. Look, a good man weeps, he's honest on mine honor. God's blessed mother, I swear he is true-hearted, and a soul none better in my kingdom. Get you gone, and do as I have bid you. He has strangled his language in his tears. Come back, what means you? I'll not come back. The tidings that I bring will make my boldness manners. Now, good angels, fly o'er the royal head, and shade thy person under the blessed wings. Now, by thy looks, I guess thy message. Is the queen delivered? Say aye, and of a boy. Aye, my liege, and of a lovely boy. The God of heaven, both now and ever bless her, to the girl, promises both hereafter. Sir, your queen desires your visitation and to be acquainted with this stranger. 'Tis as like you as cherries to cherry. Lovell. Sir? Give her 100 marks, I'll to the queen. 100 marks, by this light I'll have no more. An ordinary groom is for such payment. I will have more scolded out of him. Said I, for this the girl was like to him. I will have more, or else unsay it. And now, while 'tis hot, I'll put it to the issue. Scene 2. I hope I'm not too late. And yet the gentleman that was sent to me from the council prayed me to make great haste. All fast? What means this? Ho! What waits there? Sure, you know me? Yes, my lord, but yet I cannot help you. Why, your grace must wait till you be called for. So, this is a piece of malice. I am glad I came this way so happily. The king shall understand it presently. 'Tis Butts, the king's physician. As he passed along, how earnestly he cast his eyes upon me. Pray heaven he sound not my disgrace. For certain this is my purpose laid by some that hate me. God turn their hearts, I never sought their malice. To quench mine honor, they would shame me to make me wait else at door. A fellow counselor, among boys, grooms, and lackeys, but their pleasures must be fulfilled, and I attend with patience. I'll show you, Grace, strangest sight. What's that, Butts? I think your highness thought that many a day. Body oi me, where is it? There, my lord. The high promotion of his grace of Canterbury, who holds his state adore amongst pursuivants, pages, and footboys. Ha! 'Tis he indeed. Is this the honor they do one another? 'Tis well there's one above him yet. I have thought they had parted so much honesty among him, as least good manners, as not thus to suffer a man of his place, and so near our favor, to dance attendance on their lordships' pleasures. And at the door, too, like a post with packets, by Holy Mary. But there's knavery. Let him alone and draw the curtain close. We shall hear more anon. Scene 3. The council chamber. Speak to the business, Master Secretary. Why are we met in council? Please, your honors, the chief cause concerns his Grace of Canterbury. Has he had knowledge of it? No. Who awaits there? Without my noble lords? No. My lord Archbishop, and has done half an hour to know your pleasures. Let him come in. Your Grace may enter now. My good lord Archbishop, I'm very sorry to sit here at this present, behold that chair stand empty, but we are all men here, in our own nature frail and capable of our flesh. Few are angels, at which frailty and want of wisdom you that best should teach us, have misdemeaned yourself, and not a little, toward the king first, then his laws, and filling the whole realm by your teaching and your chaplains. For so we are informed with new opinions, divers and dangerous, which are heresies, and not reformed may prove pernicious, which reformation must be sudden too, my noble lords, for those that tame wild horses. Pace them not in their hands to make them gentle, but sop their mouths with stubborn bits, and spur 'em till they obey the manage. If we suffer out of our easiness and childish pity to one man's honor, this contagious sickness, farewell all physique, and what follows then. Commotions, uproars, with a general taint of the whole state, as of late days our neighbors, Upper Germany, can dearly witness, yet freshly pitied in our memories. My good lord, hitherto in all the progress both of my life and office, I have labored, and with no little study, and my teaching, and the strong course of my authority, might go one way and safely, and the end was ever to do well. Nor is there any living, I speak it with a single heart, my lords, a man that more detests, more stirs against, both in his private conscience and his place, defacers of a public peace, than I do. Pray heaven the king may never find a heart with less allegiance in it. Men that make envy and crooked malice nourishment dare bite the best. I do beseech your lordships that in this case of justice my accusers, by what they will, may stand forth face to face, and freely urge against me. Nay, my lord, that cannot be. You are a counselor, and by that virtue no man dare accuse you. My lord, because we have business of more moment, we will be short with you. 'Tis his highness' pleasure and our consent for better trial of you. From hence you be committed to the Tower, where, being but a private man again, you shall know many dare accuse you boldly. More than I fear you are provided for. Ah, my good lord of Winchester, I thank you. You are always my good friend. If your will pass, I shall both find your lordship judge and juror. You are so merciful. I see your end. 'Tis my undoing, love and meekness. Lord, become a churchman better than ambition. Win strained souls with modesty again, cast none away, that I shall clear myself, lay all the weight ye can upon my patience. I make as little doubt as you do conscience in doing daily wrongs. I could say more, but reverence to your calling makes me modest. My lord, you are a secretary. That's the plain truth. Your pained gloss discovers to men that understand you words and weakness. My lord of Winchester, you are a little by your good favor, too sharp. Men so noble, however faulty, yet should find respect for what they have been. 'Tis a cruelty to load a failing man. Good master secretary, I cry your honor mercy. You may worst of all this table say so. Why, my lord, do not I know you for a favor so of this new sect? Ye are not sound. Not sound? Not sound, I say. Would you were half so honest. Men's prayers would seek you, not their fears. I shall remember this bold language. Do remember your bold life, too. This is too much, for my shame, my lords. I have done, and I then thus for you, my lord, it stands agreed. I take it, by all voices, that forthwith you be conveyed to the tower a prisoner, that to remain till the king's further pleasure be known unto us. Are you all agreed, lords? We are. Is there no other way of mercy, but I must needs to the tower, my lords? What other would you expect? You are strangely troublesome. Let some other guard be ready there. Okay. For me, must I go like a traitor thither? Receive him, and see him safe I the tower. Stay, good my lords. I have a little yet to say. Look there, my lord, by virtue of that ring I take my cause out of my gripes of cruel man, and give it to a most noble judge, the king and my master. This is the king's ring. 'Tis no counterfeit. 'Tis the right ring, by heaven. I told y'all, when we first put this dangerous stone a-rolling, would fall upon ourselves. Do you think, my lords, the king will suffer but this little finger of this man to be vexed? 'Tis now too certain. How much more is his life in value with him? Would I were fairly on it? My mind gave me in seeking tales and information against this man, whose honesty the devil and his disciples only envy at. Ye blew the fire that burns ye, now have it ye. Dread sovereign, how much are we bound to heaven in daily thanks that gave us such a prince, not only good and wise, but most religious, one that in all obedience makes the church the chief aim of his honor, and his strength the holy duty out of due respect. His royal self in judgment comes to hear the cause betwixt her and his great offender. No. You are ever good at sudden commendations, Bishop of Winchester, but no, I come not to hear such flattery now, and in my presence they are too thin and bare to hide offenses. To me you cannot reach. You pay the spaniel, and think with wagging of your tongue to win me. But whatsoever thou takest me for, I'm sure thou hast cruel nature and a bloody. I'm here, so I'm here. Good man, sit down. Now let me see the proudest, he that dareth most. But was his finger at thee? By all that's holy, he had better starve than but once thank his place become thee not. May it please your grace. No, sir, it does not please me. I had thought I had been men of some understanding and wisdom my counsel, but I find none. Was it discretion, Lord, to let this man, this good man, few of you deserve this title, this honest man, wait like a lousy footboy at chamber door, and one as great as you are? Why, what a shame was this, did my commission bid ye so far forget yourselves? I gave you power as a counselor to try him. That's not the issue there. It isn't. Not as a groom. There's some of ye, I see, more out of malice than integrity, would try him to the utmost, had ye mean, which ye shall never have while I live. Thus far, my most dread sovereign made it like your grace to let my tongue excuse all. What was purposed concerning his imprisonment was rather, if there be faith in men meant for his trial and fair purgation to the world, than malice, I'm sure in me, no. Well, my lords, respect him. Take him and use him well. He's worthy of it. I will say thus much for him. If a prince may be beholding to a subject, I am for his love and service. So to him make me no more ado, but all embrace him. Be friends for shame, my lords. My lord of Canterbury, I have a suit which you must not deny me. That is a fair young maid that she wants baptism, and must be godfather and answer for her. The greatest monarch now alive may glory in such an honor. How may I deserve it, that am a poor and humble subject to you? Come, my lord. You'd spare your spoons. You shall have two noble partners with you, the old Duchess of Norfolk and Lady Marquis Dorset. Will these please you? Once more, my lord of Winchester, I charge you, embrace and love this man. With a true heart and a brother love I do it. And let heaven witness how dear I hold this confirmation. Good man, those joyful tears show thy true heart. The common voice, I see, is verified, of thee which says thus, do my lord of Canterbury a true turn, and he is your friend forever. Come, lords, we trifle time away. I long to have this young one made a Christian. As I have made ye one, lords, one remains. I grow stronger, one more honor gain. Scene 4, the palace yard. You'll leave your noise anon, you rascals. Do you take the court for Paris Garden, ye rude slaves? Leave your gaping. Good Master Porter, I belong to the larder. Belong to the gallows and be hanged, you rogue. Is this a place to roar in? Fetch me a dozen crab cheese stays, and strong ones. These are but switches to 'em. I'll scratch your heads, you must be seeing christenings. Do you look for ale and cakes here, you rude rascals? Pray, sir, be patient. 'Tis as much impossible unless we sweep him from the door with cannon. To scatter him is to make him sleep. On May Day morning, which will never be, we may as well push against Paul as stir 'em. How got they in? And be hanged. Alas, I know not. How gets the tide in? As much as one sound cudgelled a 4 foot, you see the poor remainder could distribute. I made no spare, sir. You did nothing, sir. I am not Samson, nor Sir Guy, nor Cobran, to mow 'em down before me. But if I spared any that had a head to hit, either young or old, he or she, cuckold or cuckold maker, let him ne'er hope to see a chine again, and then I would not for a cow. God save her. Nay. Do you hear, Master Porter? I shall be with you presently, good Master Puppy. Keep the door close, Sirrah. What would you have me do? What should you do? But knock 'em down by the dozens? Is this Moorfields to muster in, or have we some strange Indian with a great tool come to court? The woman so besiege us? Bless me, what a fry of fornication at a door. On my Christian conscience, this one christening will beget 1,000. Here will be father, godfather, and all together. The spoons will be the bigger, sir. There's a fellow somewhat near the door. He should be a brazier by his face, for oi my conscience 20 of the dog days now reign in's nose. All that stand about him are under the line, Spaghetti House. They need no other penance. That fire drake did I hit 3 times on the head, and 3 times was his nose just charged against me. He stands there, like a mortar piece, to blow us. There was a Harbiertischer's wife of small wit near him, that railed upon me till her pink porringer fell off her head for kindling such combustion in the state. I missed the meteor once, and hit that woman, who cried out, "Clubs!" when I might see from far some 40 truncheoners draw to her secure, which were the hope of the strand where she was quartered. They fell on. I made good my place. At length they came to the broom staff to me. I defiled them still, then suddenly a file of boys behind them loose shot, delivered such a shower of pebbles that I was fain to draw my honor in, and let them win the work. The devil was amongst them, I think surely. These are the youths that thunder at a playhouse and fight for bitten apples, that no audience but the tribulation of Tower Hill or the limbs of Limehouse, their dear brothers, are able to endure. I have some of them in limbo, Patrum, and there they are like to dance these 3 days besides the running banquet of tubus beetles that is to come. Mercy o' me, what a multitude are here. They grow still too from all parts. They are coming as if we kept a fair here. Where are these porters? These lazy knaves. Ye have made a fine hand, fellows. Does the trim rabble let in? Are all these your youthful friends with the suburbs? We shall have great store of room, no doubt, left for the ladies when they pass back from the christening. And please your honor, we are but men, and what so many may do not being torn to pieces, we have done. An army cannot rule them. As I live, if the king blame me first, I'll lay ye all by the heels and suddenly, and on your heads clap round fines for neglect. Ye lazy knaves, and here ye lie baiting of bombards. When ye should do service, hark! The trumpets sound. They're come already from the christening. Go break among the press, and find a way out to let the troop pass fairly, or I'll find a Marshalsea shall hold ye play these 2 months. Make way there for the princess. Yet, great fellow, stand close up, or I'll make your head ache. You eye the camlet, get up o'er the rail, I'll pick you o'er the pales else. Scene 5, the palace. And to your royal grace, and a good queen, my noble partners and myself thus pray, all comfort, joy in this most gracious lady, heaven ever laid up to make parents happy, may hourly fall upon ye. Thank you, good Lord Archbishop. What is her name? Elizabeth. Stand up, Lord. Nope. With this kiss take my blessing. God protect thee, and to those whose hand I give thy life. Amen. My noble gossips, ye have been too prodigal. Nay, I thank ye heartily, so shall this lady, when she has so much English. Let me speak. Nay, get that off. That's you. Nay, no. For heaven now bids me, and the words I utter, let none think flattery, for they'll find them truth. This royal infant, heaven still move about her, though in her cradle, yet now promises upon this land 1,000,000 blessings, which time shall bring to rightness. She shall be, but few now living can behold that goodness, a pattern to all princes living with her, and all that shall succeed. Sabs was never more covetous of wisdom and fair virtue than this pure soul shall be. All princely graces that mold up such a mighty piece as this is, with all the virtues that attend the good, shall still be doubled on her. Truth shall nurse her. Holy and heavenly thoughts still counsel her. She shall be loved and feared. Her own shall bless her. Her foes shake like a field of beaten corn, and hang their heads with sorrow. Good grows with her. In her days every man shall eat in safety under his own vine what he plants, and sing merry songs of peace to all his neighbors. God shall be truly known, and those about her from her shall read the perfect ways of honor, and by those claim their greatness not by blood. Nor shall this peace sleep with her, but as when the bird of wonder dies, the maiden phoenix, her ashes new create another heir as great in admiration as herself. So shall she leave her blessedness to one, when heaven shall call her from the cloud of darkness, who from the sacred ashes of her honor
Another delay.
shall star-like rise, as great in fame as she was, and so stand fixed. Peace, plenty, love, truth, terror, that were the servants to the chosen infant, shall then be his, and like a vine grow to him, wherever the bright sun of heaven shall shine. His honor and the greatness of his name shall be and make new nations. He shall flourish, and like a mountain cedar reach his branches to all the plains about him. Our children's children no, so I'm talking about shall see this and bless heaven. No. Thou speakest wonders. She shall be, to the happiness of England, an aged princess. Many days shall see her, and yet no day without a deed to crown it. Would I had known no more, but must she die. She must, the saints must have her, yet a virgin? A most unspotted lily shall she pass to the ground, and all the world shall mourn her. O Lord Archbishop, thou hast made me now a man. Never before this happy child did I get anything. This oracle of comfort hath so pleased me, that when I am in heaven I shall desire to see what this child does, and praise my Maker. I thank ye all. To you, my good Lord Mayor, and your good brethren, I am much beholding. I have received much honor by your presence, and ye shall find me thankful. Lead the way, lords. Ye must all see the Queen. No. And she must thank ye. She will be sick else. This day no man think he has business at his house. For all shall stay, this little one shall make it a holiday. Nay, no, 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 no. Veto.
Join the fight!
How now? Very good. So this is the end. It was very, very well to do. This is a good deck, King Henry. I hope all is well. Hope all ended well. I'll finish this out though. This is the end of it. This is the last one, so I'm pretty happy with it as far as decks go. This is something new as well. But I guess I'm king now? I don't know how this works. There's definitely an attachment there. So I don't really know what's going on with that. It's definitely supernatural. I would be entitled, I guess, so yeah. pretty happy with this guy. He's pro. Transform him? Do you get him back, I wonder? Or does he disappear? Sacrifice it? Okay. But I mean, I guess if you have the right cards, you can exile it and bring it back. But I mean, a 7/7 is pretty hefty, so... I thought he was Sin, isn't he? Braska's final Aeon? I don't know who Braska is. But I know Jack. He's the guy. Of course you get a lightning strike. Dude, be real. No offense. I'm not really trying to blue ribbon. That needs to stop. That really needs to stop. I don't know why you're there to begin with. I think it's a concern I'm having. Okay, here we go with some delusional maniac with plasma. Anyway, yeah, I really wanted to use it. I think it's funny. That's how it goes. I need to get my Elspeth back. Hopefully get a Legion's Ash this is pretty good. King Henry. William Shakespeare, you boys. So again, I keep in mind Anthony and Cleopatra I think's next. It's I'll have to look at it. So I can see, how does he see there? Oh my goodness. I definitely can see you. I can hear you at least. I'm not gonna play that game though. So keep in mind Romans. Kings from the Bible. This would be them. I think he talks about that. He mentioned that. Flashing lights. There you go. I know my son, so it's Roman. The way he worded it. I have to go back. They're trying to hypnotize me right now, so excuse me. Here they go again. They're trying to hypnotize me right now. And you're still in thoughts thinking you're gonna go sell them, and you're not. But we'll continue this. I forgot the actual names, but I believe it's Anthony and Cleopatra next. So they're still there. They're the underlying masks there. I keep forgetting that. Solomon and David and everybody. He mentioned something, and I forgot the words because they try to hypnotize me through the window. Excuse me. Again, that's the problem I'm having with stealing thoughts that aren't yours. It's a device that is concealed. So we will continue this hopefully today. I'll try to get some done. I'm doing a lot of talking, so there's a lot of book reading. It's a good text though. Very good, very well done. How now?